Hi, this is JP Morgan. Today on The Slanted Lens, we're out here at this fabulous junkyard. We've got Yvette and Amy, beautiful ladies with us, and we're going to shoot a little fantasy portrait. Great makeup by Makeup Magic. Terry Groves did a great job. So let's get started and see what we can do. Give me the opportunity to mentor you in your business. Go to theslantedlens.com and sign up for our free business coaching call. We're going to teach you the daily routine for success. So get over to theslantedlens.com and sign up today. For this image, I wanted to have burned up cars, flames, smoke, and most importantly, like a hot, beating down sun flaring into the camera from the background. It just really seemed like Mad Max to me. Down in Sun Valley, California, which is part of LA, there's a car district. I just went down there, I went door to door and just started asking the car salvage companies, can I come and photograph from your lot in the background? Finally found a great guy, Alex, over at Valley Motor in Sun Valley, California. He said, sure, you can come and photograph in our back lot. I'll move cars around for you. I'll do whatever you need to. He was great. He brought in his forklift, moved some burned cars over, put it on top of other cars. It just was a great setup. He was really great to work with. Once we get the car into place, that really becomes the foundation for the photograph for me. I'm kind of spatially oriented. I have to see the set and see the location and have it all kind of set for me before I can start the light. But the car's in place now, we're gonna go ahead and start lighting. First off, my camera settings are going to be 125th of a second at 5.6. I'm using 100 ISO. It's direct sun outside, so we're going to put a PhotoFlex 72 by 39 inch light panel with a translucent cover just to knock the sun off from her face, off from her whole body. In the background, we've got this car with the hot sun on it. We're going to put up a 12 foot by 12 foot silk on a T-bar, put that up in the air, and take the sun off from that car. So here's our first image with only the ambient light using our camera settings. As I said at the beginning, I want the sun flaring into the camera. Now, I can't get the sun to be exactly where I want it all day long. You know, we're going to be working here for several hours, so I'm going to use a strobe head, a Dynalite pack, an 800 watt pack with a travel head on it. I'm going to use that as my sun. I know I'm going to see the stand. I'll retouch that out later. It's not a big deal. When I put a Roscoe Straw 12 gel on that strobe head, it just gives a nice yellowish warmth from behind, flaring sun, and it looks fabulous. So take a look at this image with our first light. I now added a Dynalite Baja B6 with a medium PhotoFlex Octadome as my key light. That Octadome is big. I want that big soft light. I'm going to be tilting it up, tilting it to the side. I really use that to kind of paint the scene. Sometimes I don't want it on the ground. Sometimes I don't want it as much on the background. So I'm tilting and I'm panning that light constantly to just change the look of the light in the shot. If you really want to learn how to feather light, go to our lesson called Learning How to Feather Softboxes, and you'll understand this a lot better. All right, just a note. You know, if I'm going to use my Baja B6 with its proprietary 616C trigger, that trigger does not fire my 800 watt second Dynalite pack in the background. The Flex 4 fires my pack in the background, and then my 616 trigger is going to set off the Baja B6. It works flawlessly, those two together. It's really a nice setup. When I'm shooting out in this kind of situation, I love my Spider holster. I've got a hand strap on it. I can shoot, drop it in my holster. Just makes it really easy to work. It's really fabulous in this kind of situation. The last thing we added was another PhotoFlex light panel. It's got a hard white cover on it. We're going to use that as a reflector on the camera right side. We're going to push that in, just bounce a little bit of that key light back in on her face, just to open up the shadows a little bit. The last thing we did was added a burn bar. This is just a propane tank with a line that goes to a pipe with a bunch of holes drilled in it. I put a sterno underneath it, so as you put propane into the line, it always comes on fire immediately. Doesn't have a flash by propane hanging around on the ground. We actually put this in the car for a while, and then it started the car on fire, but we put it out and we kept on shooting. So here are some of the unretouched images from this first setup. That first set of images were all shot when the sun was up. We had to put silks up to soften the light on our talent, but when the sun goes down, everything's going to change. And then we're going to add, my favorite thing in the world, smoke! My shutter's going to go slower and slower until I get to almost a 15th of a second. When I pass 60th, I'll get it on a tripod. My aperture's going to stay at 5.0. The sky's going to get dark now, but that's okay. So here's a few of the images. The last thing we did was take the Roscoe Straw 12 off the Dynalite strobe head in the background. This gave us a cleaner color in the background, maybe felt a little less stylized, a little more normal. We shot away again. Things went well. It was a fabulous shootout here. I love being able to mix my Baja B6 with my old Dynalite equipment, and using that +4 allows me to do that. It's just a great setup. So there you have it, a little fantasy portrait of the junkyard. Keep those cameras rolling, keep on clicking. I've been a photographer for 30 years. If you'll join me in our business coaching calls, I can help mentor you and help you to overcome the things that I had to face. Go to theslantedlens.com and sign up for our free coaching call where I'm going to teach you our daily routine for success. Don't forget to subscribe to The Slanted Lens. Like us on Facebook. Tell your mother about us. Tell your mother's mother about us. This is